Dumelang, Tibinki. Welcome to another 5 episode of the Mobile School Podcast. Remember, don't like, don't share, don't subscribe, don't tell a friend. Nobody cares. So today I was thinking, because my mom sent me like a WhatsApp message, it's like those short messages about good morning, and then it's like a little bit of a video with like weird roses, jiggy jiggy, there's like a teddy bear, and I was like, who makes these? And my mom sends them to me every morning, and I really appreciate them because that's our communication. It's like, oh, good morning, da da da, God bless you, hallelujah. But then it got me thinking about how do we monetize WhatsApp as South Africans? And I don't want to talk about other third world countries. I don't want to talk definitely about the US because they use Apple and they don't care about WhatsApp. They don't use it at all. They use it, but it's a small percentage. And most people who use WhatsApp in the US are people who come from South America, people who come outside of America, and they use it. In Europe, they use it a bit more because they don't care about Apple phones as much as the Americans do. But it got me thinking, like, how do you monetize WhatsApp content? So I'm not talking about using WhatsApp as your store. I'm not talking about using WhatsApp as a business website or a business platform where people get to know about your products and you share your products and the pricing and you communicate with them. That's already good. I'm talking about using WhatsApp to create a show. For instance, this I created using Meta AI, which is available on WhatsApp. And I was like, hey, create a poster for two people who fall in love from a young age. And it came up with this poster. And I said, give me a paragraph about this two people. It gave me a paragraph with these two people. And I said, give me a dialogue between them when they first met at a puzzle shop. And it gave me this paragraph. And all of this, it did in less than 2 minutes. And I was like, okay, if you have this type of access to Meta AI, how difficult will it be for you to like just say, start doing stories, and you're like, okay, create a picture of the two characters walking to school, and it creates it. Create a dialogue about how they found math difficult, and all you do is narrate. You narrate it, so you take it on your phone and you do a story, and it's just like a picture story, and then you can create a show about it. And then I realized like it's very important for us to understand that when it comes to content, we are literally 5 years from just watching AI content. Meaning, let's forget music. Music will already be using AI in terms of like create a beat and it knows what type of beat to create when you say rock beat, and it's like a different beat that you've never heard, but it's like AI that took from all the other music. If you say create a beat that's for a Lesotho song, it will know how to include like that thing. What's that name of that thing? Lesotho people love that thing. That thing. Not trampoline. Trampoline is the one where you jump. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like buttons and then it's like da, da, da. So it got me thinking about content in terms of like storytelling. Like, I'm not even talking about you if you studied media and say, you know what, I'm gonna start like a new show where I wake up in the morning and then I read the papers, I read all the online articles, and I tell a story about, oh, how does US cutting US aid going to affect NGOs? And then you're gonna find out like, yeah, most of those NGOs were white, owned by white women who just use that money for their own benefit, and they will just hire like two black people who go into the communities and they do absolutely nothing except give talks at schools. And instead of putting money that they're supposed to be put in, they will take that money to go to trips around the world. But that's a different topic. So you could do like stories, like you just take out your phone, take out, you don't even need a mic, you can just do like a proper, as long as you close and it's silent, and then you just talk about, okay, this is the news, da da da, and then you release it at 12, and then people can watch it on your WhatsApp stories. It can be like very short, less than a minute, and then you do another one for the afternoon and you release it at 6, and you're going to grow at some point, and then eventually you're going to be sponsored by like Maheu, because like all these other companies, they have like this issue where they think Vodacom will never sponsor your show if it's about news, and you're like, yeah, people are watching my shows, and I looked at the people who subscribe to my channel and they use Vodacom. Can you just advertise? Mm-mm. It will never happen. If you are white, it will happen, but if you are black, Maheu, Albani, like thing Dikilana, like a company that makes like Dikilana, like a butcher that sells chicken necks. That they're the ones who advertise. So when it comes to creating content, I think like when you have an idea, go on Meta AI and just type ideas about making furniture. If you love like doing furniture, and it will give you like different type of chairs, and like, this chair could be something that works. Maybe I will do it and ask my friend of mine who's a painter or who's like a graphic designer to just create graphics, and this will be like chairs that people can just use when they are sitting outside. Or I'm going to ask it to create like a camp chair, and at the back it has a picture, or it has a business, a logo of a business. So wherever you go out and you sit somewhere, people see a picture of products that you sell, and it has a QR code that leads them to your WhatsApp, and they ask you like, oh, we saw these chairs we saw this furniture or this cutlery on your camp chair at this party, and it led me to this. Can I see? And then you send them more information. I think the way we push products, it has to change. We shouldn't think too hard about it. Like, the biggest mistake we make is to think like we're still in the 90s. It's like, oh, I need a marketing plan. I need somebody who's going to write now. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You just need Meta AI, you need ChatGPT, and you just go with it. So I say all this to say that there's way to monetize WhatsApp content, and it will have to start with you just putting time out there and dedication. Because the world is not going to be forgiving when it comes to you not understanding what you can do with these large language models. Already they're moving to video. So if you start with like Meta AI using like pictures, like, okay, create a picture of the couple that I started with going for a swim. But here you go. It's a picture. You don't need to do anything to it. It's just a picture. Create a picture of the couple doing skydiving. It might say we cannot create that because it's racist and it doesn't think black people can skydive, but it does do a good job. Look. So my point with it is that it's time for us to be creative without feeling like you need to be a creative. You can create anything, even if you work in an office, if you work at KFC, there's that one creativity that we all have that we can work on. So let's not try to do like too many things, and we spend most of our time on WhatsApp watching like videos from TikTok. You need to have like your own channel, and then maybe WhatsApp will reach out to you and say, hey, we'd like you to create more of this, and we will make sure that we pay you. Because at some point they have to pay us. It's like when people post on YouTube, they have this idea like, yeah, I'm an independent, I work for myself. Though you're working for YouTube. So take it like a job where you're like, okay, YouTube expect me to do a video that's like 10 minutes long. On WhatsApp, I'm going to create a video that's like 3 minutes long. And then if I create a video that's like 3 minutes long and I put it on my WhatsApp, and then I put it also on Facebook, and then I start monetizing it, it becomes like a business, and you work for them as a content creator. You don't work independent. You work independently, but you work for them. And they will give you money every month, and then you get your own sponsors. So let's not sit back. A lot of us as people in South Africa, we are sitting back. We are not doing a lot when it comes to creating content and telling stories about what's happening in our country. Like right now, there's no budget. There's no budget. Imagine like your government saying, we are not going to release a budget this year. It's like, wait, what do you mean there's no budget? Like, there's no money that's going to be spent? So what's gonna happen? And nobody knows, nobody understands. Instead, you guys are following like people who are talking about nonsense. That, hey, did you see that tweet where that guy asked, what would you do if you found out that your ex-girlfriend's boyfriend has a bigger penis? Remember, this is not a podcast. It's not a podcast. I'm an independent TED Talk. Abash.